Heyo! My name is Sarah, and today I will be doing the book review to An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. This book is like the medieval Hunger Games. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So, non-spoilers. It takes place, like, I would say, in a world where the Roman Empire / the Empire has taken over. And so we have the point of view of two characters, Leia and Alice. Leia is a scholar. That's the type of person, like, we have the the tribe clans, and so forth. And Alice is a mask. Like, he wears a mask and is part of a soldier and trained to become a soldier for the Empire. So yeah, we have these things that happen that are called the trials, and that's like very, 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 very Hunger Gamesy because people die. Like, people you love die. Ugh. So the book is basically Leia's brother gets taken in the middle of the night and her grandparents are killed, and the Resistance asks her to be a spy, and in return you get your brother back. And she has to go spy in Blackcliff, which is where the Alice and the other soldiers train before they graduate. And she has to spy on the Commandant, which is like the bitch from hell. So yes, for those of you who like historical things, like references, and this is it. For those who like time periods, like say Spartacus, Da Vinci's Demons, Game of Thrones, Vikings, because Vikings is amazing, Marco Polo-ish, then yeah, if you like the time periods, this is it. It was really good. It has some magic fantasy things into it, but they don't play a big part in this book, and that's okay. Kind of went along without it, but yeah, it was really good, and I can't wait for the second book. For non-spoilers, bye. The eagle, yes, they have like the eagle in here. So like I said, An Ember in the Ashes, it's like the Roman Empire takes over the world, which is kind of scary, because I picked this up because I was like in a Barbarians Rising mood, that documentary thing on History Channel, and I just wanted to read something that had to do like a little bit of Roman, and I got my money's worth. So now I need the next book. So like I said, Leia, she's a scholar, the type of people that once had an empire before the Marshals, which is now the Empire, the Marshall Empire. And so she's like a poor girl, but then after her family gets killed, her brother gets taken after he's caught with a notebook of how to make certain weapons. She goes to the Resistance, and they say, we'll help you as long as you spy on on the Commandant. Oh my god, the Commandant. She's in charge of Blackcliff, and she basically threw who Alice is her son into the desert to die when he was born, and she tortures people for fun, and she harms her slaves if they just mess up on the smallest things. Like, we have Cook, and we have Kitchen Girl, but her real name is like Izzy, and Izzy has like an eye patch. Cook's face is marred, and she's just evil. And so we have Alice, Helen, and the gang. They're friends, the little posse, and they're amazing. And like, they just grew up together at Blackcliff and everything. They're like a family. Helen has a crush on Alice. He's like, we're just best friends. That's as far as it could go. And it's just days before the graduation, and he's planning to, run away, desert. I wouldn't mind. It's like, and yes, these children, when they come to Blackcliff, they're like given a mask that like melds over their face, and like you can never take it off again. Ugh. Alice's hasn't molded yet, so he can take it off. It still hurts, but takes it off. And then the I think that's how you call them, the augurs, that's what I've been calling them ever since, comes and says that this bloodline of the Empire shall die and the new Emperor shall rise, and this begins the trials. At the same time, Leia becomes a spy. So yes, Hunger Game aspect. We get the 4 trials. One, where, you get dumped in the worst place you can imagine, your greatest fear, and you have to try to get back to Black Cliff by a certain amount of time. 2, it's like they're trying to get assassinated, and that's where we start bringing in the supernatural aspects. So it's like, I think it has like a Middle Eastern thing, because we got jinns, and we got raids and ghouls. I think that's like Arabic mythology. I think so. So we get some of those creatures. Then we have a scene where they have their trials where they have to fight an opposing team. I am not going to get into that one because I had emotions during that one and I don't want to talk about it. And the last one is loyalty. So they have to prove themselves. So the winner becomes the Emperor, and the second winner becomes the Blood Strike, which is like the right-hand man to the Emperor. So yes, and Aelys, he and Helen, his friend, get chosen to participate in the trials along with the twins, Slick and Toad, Marcus and Zach. Marcus! I'm gonna break your little neck. And Zach is his twin. He's So yes, Leia, she does make friends, Cook and Izzy. Cook! Yes, I have theories about her because apparently the Commandant killed Leia's parents, and Cook knows all these things, and when she starts getting into details, she starts stuttering. So I have theories. Maybe she was the mole, the traitor that gave up Leia's parents because her mom was like the leader, and the resistance was actually doing something. Maybe she saw something and she was cursed, or yeah, those are my 2 major theories. She was either the traitor or she saw something and got cursed because the Nightbringer, which was once the leader of all the jinns, was the one that killed her parents. So, and Leia has this armlet. I think that's like maybe parts of the star, because Cook talks about the jinn when they refused to give the scholars, which was the Empire before the Martial Empire, any sort of intelligence and way, because scholars were always seeking, craving knowledge. Yes, they refused to give them certain knowledge, so they created what was called the star and trapped all the jinns except for their king into trees, and it was just destroyed. I think that armlet is part of the star. So another theory that I need answered is Aelys's father, because the Commandant tells nothing about him. She just says how she hated him, how she wanted to kill him when he was born, but she just gave him to a tribe caravan, and then 6 years later he was brought back to Black Cliff. Yeah, I really need to know who the dad is, because right now my mind is saying it's the Nightbringer. It's like, please don't be the Nightbringer, because the mom knows about the Nightbringer. She's been working with him in the trials, and she's been helping Zach and Marcus, bitch. And so yeah, we don't exactly see him, we just know he's there. And so yeah, Leia, she makes another friend, a blacksmith, who is actually the mentor for her brother, and he tells her about the ghouls that have been haunting her ever since, and that the creatures are starting to come out. And she's trying to do her best. She's like, I would be scared during all this, so she's like the human part of the readers. Like, would you actually attack someone while they're killing your family? So yeah, she has this innocence to her, and as she goes along, she has like this voice pretending to be like Darren, telling her she has to keep doing all this stuff so she can free him. So she starts getting stronger in a way. She gets more strong-willed, she gets confident, and with Cook being an actual like voice of reason, she starts challenging Mason, who's in charge of the resistance, about her brother. And then eventually Keenan, who was the guy who didn't like her at first but then starts caring about her, starts worrying about her, tells her that Keenan, who actually didn't intend, after finding out, didn't intend to save her brother, but they killed the Emperor. So it's like the Commandant planned all this because she says she only lets the Resistance hear what she wants them to hear. So yeah, it's like a whole conspiracy thing, and the Commandant's the puppet master. So in the end, Leia and Alice escape Blackcliff, and they're gonna go rescue Darren, who's at Koff, I think that's how I pronounce it, which is the most highly guarded, most dangerous prison on the planet. Because Mason kept saying, oh, he's in this prison that we can break him out of. Bastard! Old man. So yeah, I'm going to add you to the list of people who I will kill for free. The Commandant, your guy should give you some money on that one. Sorry. So yeah, it was actually a good book. I could actually pick out the Roman Legion historical reference to it, which I really like because I love history. And again, I got those historical TV show feels as well. So if this became like a TV show, I would definitely watch the first season. I'm not sure, but I think Saboteur's been given like the movie options. If it was a movie, I would watch it. I could get you can get the people who did the Pompeii movie. Should use better scripting, but I like the whole world to it. I could see them working on this, or if not, the people who did Spartacus. So yeah, it was actually a good book. For a while, kind of had a little shaky because we just started off with the raid to Leia's house and Alice in the tunnels preparing and stuff. So I was slightly confused about that for a while, but then it started unfolding, and then of course their stories intertwined because they escaped together. And yeah, the trials were intense. I have to give that a little bit more intense than the Hunger Games. Leia spying on the Commandant and trying to gather information, that was brutal because she kept getting abused and all that stuff. That was scary. So I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars, just from the shakiness and just trying to get into the feels of it. But once you get past the part 1 and part 2 of the trials, it just soars from there. That's all I gotta say. So yes, the next book just came out not long ago, so thank God. It's I think A Torch Against the Night, where Alice and Leia go to rescue Darren from Koff, and Marcus sends Helen after them to kill them, I guess. So I think we could probably see more of the Nightbringer in the next book. I would really love to see more of him. Maybe the caravan that Alice grew up with, because his caravan, his tribal name is Elias. And so I hope we get some more of the Empire. That'd be amazing, because here is Blackcliff and here is Koff, so so far away. I'm pretty sure the Resistance could play more, and they're gonna have more skin in the game because they killed the Emperor, which the Commandant wants to know they have a psycho on the throne. So, oh my God. So yes, An Ember in the Ashes by Miss Saboteur. Amazing. Loved it. And historical wise, loved it. So yeah, my name is Sarah, and bye.